Let's do it live. F it.
His name is Dennis Ball. His show must go on. The yellow felt just floats and serves up mad dad jokes. The score is 40 love to me. He's the Wimbledon of comedy. He does the interviews that make your POV skew towards hilarity. Oh baby, can't you see? The score is 40 love to me. He's the Wimbledon of comedy.
I love Dennis Ball.
Hello, ballers. This is Captain Dennis Ball. Who we got in the chat? Lisbon. What's up, Lisbon? Georgia Constitution Media. What is up? And all of our other ballers who are in the chat. Thanks for rejoining us. We had technical difficulties last night, but please tell me if you can hear these laughing sound effects. In any case, this is a very special episode, ballers. We're out here in B quadrant, and this is the deck of the USS Subscribe. It's a Class 5 Galaxy Starball vessel. We could travel 1,000 parsecs. Hold on a second. We're being hailed on screen.
Oh, hey.
Oh my gosh! It's Captain Stephen Riff Siphon Greenwood, co-founder of Wookieepedia. What's up, Stephen?
Hey, thanks for welcoming me back. Sorry, we had a slight audio malfunction. Everything is fine. We're all fine. How are you?
Good reference. I like that. So can you guys hear, please tell me, confirm to me that you can hear Steven right now, because say testing 1, 2, 3. What? Don't do that to me. Can you hear him, you guys? Tell me.
Please tell us.
So we can move on with our lives, because we're freaking out about it. All right. So I have some dad jokes. While their lagging is making up to us, catching up to us. It's like 30 seconds. I'm gonna tell you, I have some dad jokes for you, Steven. They can hear it. Woo!
Great.
Thank you, Lisbon.
All right, thanks, guys.
I have dad jokes for you guys. So if we go to the holodeck, there's a new program which is a perfect simulation of my old comedy club on Earth, Chuckleballs. You ever been?
Well, we're about to find out, right?
All right, computer, run program Chuckleballs. Ballers, you can park your virtual cars behind Chuckleballs because it's hard to park sometimes in virtual Ball City. And here we are at Chuckleballs. Super Ball, let everybody in. You guys, Super Ball is the bouncer. Get it? Steven, he's a Super Ball.
He's a super bouncer. He's a super bouncy ball.
Exactly. He's a bouncer. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, Luke, we're going to have company. Exactly. Meg, that's exactly correct. Cool. All right. Awesome. We're all good now, technically speaking. We just have to be funny. All right. So, ballers, drinks are on me. I bought you guys each a drink. It's in your fridge. And it's on me, so grab it and settle down in here in front so I can see your reactions and you can see me, right, Steven?
Like, see you? You see me?
You gotta, yep, and say yes or no, ding, as Georgia Constitutional Media says, or no on each of these jokes. They're not all Star Wars jokes because I'm not reusing everything from last night. Okay.
Oh.
I do have one, though. You know Chewbacca has a redneck cousin, Steven. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know he has a redneck cousin. What is his name?
Yeah, his name is Chewbacca. Chewbacca.
Oh, geez.
Woo!
Like you said, these are dad
right.
jokes. These are
That's
Wookiee
that
dad
got
jokes.
a ding. I laughed at it, and so did you. That's 2 dings. Georgia Constitution Media, did you like that one? He knows. He's from Georgia, so he knows.
Oh, I'm from Tennessee, so I know too.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. I got some more great ones here. This one goes out to Lisbon, who was here early. Lisbon, do you know where all happiness is made? Do you know where all happiness is made? At the Satisfactory. At the Satisfactory. Steven, you're not laughing. You didn't like that one?
Oh,
Okay. Chew Tabaka got a ding from Georgia Constitution Media. That's awesome.
you get dings. That's the important thing.
Yeah, exactly. Ding. Awesome. Ding. Meg, this one goes out to you, Meg. Meg, what's leather and sounds like a sneeze? You know, Steven? A shoe.
Oh.
A shoe. You laughed. Boom. It went right over your Star Wars hat.
Yep. With
That's
Star Wars hat
cool.
today,
I like
right?
that. That's a good one. All right. This one is going out to Georgia Constitution Media. Well, who else do we have in the chat? Let's see if we have any of my other ballers. I love all you guys. Maybe this one should go out to you, Steven. You know how C-3PO gets around Endor?
He walks. He walks.
He walks. That's right. He walks.
I might have heard that. I actually might have heard that one.
That was from last night.
That's right.
That
I
was
heard
from
that.
last night. Ding, ding, ding. It's still
Spoiler.
good. So Lisbon, Obi-Wan and Luke went out to get Chinese, but Luke couldn't get the hang of the chopsticks. You know what Obi-Wan said? You know, use the forks. Use the forks. Use the forks, Luke.
The forks
That's
is
an
strong with
oldie
you.
but good one. You know what the
Really
Stormtrooper's
strong.
favorite store is? Meg, you know what Stormtrooper's favorite store is? It's the one next to Target, Steve.
Because they're always missing the target, right?
Exactly. Yes, that's the one. All right. Let's see here. What do you call a cult? Two real geeks is in the house. Two real geeks. What do you call a cult that's difficult to get into? A difficult.
I'm easily entertained, by the way.
I'm getting laughs. I got
You're
Meg
getting
gave me a dead. Meg said dead. That's a ding. Lisbon gave me an X with a capital D, which I think is young person speak for a
It's a
smiling
capital
guy.
ding.
Yes, that's a capital ding.
Yeah.
And
It's a ding dong.
thank you, Lisbon. Here you go. What do you call Lisbon? What do you call a bulletproof Irishman? You know this one, Rick O'Shea. Rick O'Shea, because the bullets bounce off him.
You're so funny.
Rick O'Shea.
You're very funny.
All right, now I give it a ding myself. All right, let me see here. I read these out of order, but I think I have another one. Hold on a second. Okay, I gotta go. I got one more. Meg, how many hipsters does it take to change a light bulb? Do you know this, Steve?
I'm not a hipster.
Yeah, it's a really obscure number. You guys probably have never heard of it.
Yep.
Woo!
There it is.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Chuckleballs for the performance this evening. And, all right, Stephen, let's terminate this program. I have a few questions for you back at the bridge, but first, this message from our sponsor.
I love the morning. Time for me and the full, rich taste of Subscribe Golden. It's like waking up to 1,000 new subscribers in my cup. Subscribe Golden, new from Dennis Ball Coffee Roasters. Wake up and subscribe.
All right, Stephen. What? You put That's great, man. I love your ears.
I'm all ears for you.
Oh, yes. Thank you. That is totally in line with the spirit of the show. Thank you.
I will switch to a real hat.
Benjamin the M&Ms gave us a ding-dong, which I'm going to count as 2 dings. Except, Benjamin, there's no ding noise on this screen. So I can't give you guys your deserved dings, but I register them. Georgia Constitution Media gave a ding. Meg gave a polite golf clap, which is worth a ding. And maybe we'll give you guys your dings when we go down to the planet surface to do Star Wars memes. But first, Steven, I want to ask you about Wookieepedia, man, which is a hugely influential. Like, if you guys don't know, Wookieepedia is. Hold on a second. I had a thing about it, but it's like got hundreds of thousands of articles about everything in the Star Wars universe, and
pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything. And you know, like, so much so that the actors refer to it when they are like preparing for their roles. You know, in fact, I'm gonna, just as a little thing, I'm gonna show this Felicity Jones for Rogue One. That was Rogue One, right?
Yeah, that was Rogue One when that came out.
Wookieepedia to prep for Star Wars, and you said, because we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, we are.
We're friends on Facebook. Hold on a second. You said, you know, it's a while since I've gotten this excited. You know, you could get a degree in Star Wars. Said Felicity Jones. I'm constantly going back to Wookieepedia and checking things and checking references and trying to work out the history and the characters. So yes, you're right, as you say here. You did facilitate, because it really is a group effort, a wiki, right?
Well, yeah, it's not just one person. I mean, the brilliance of a wiki is thousands of people can get involved and all contribute and produce, you know, what you see. Obviously, I was there at the beginning, so, you know, I was heavily involved.
You made it happen, man.
But yeah, I mean, a lot. It's self-sufficient now. It's its own machine that keeps running, and I don't need to be there to, you know, watch over it. So it is a beautiful thing.
How did you come up with the idea for it?
Well, I started in Wookieepedia, which obviously is the general open source wiki.
Right. It was like a subsection of Wikipedia, right?
So we tried to add Star Wars articles to Wikipedia, but there was this term called cruft. Cruft, in this situation, fan cruft, was described as things that are too minute, things that don't really matter in the terms of, like, you know, what they need to document on Wikipedia, right? So at the time, it was not in the interest of them to cover that material, except if it was like a big character like Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader.
Right, Darth Vader, something that's a major cultural touchstone, but they don't want like a Yaddle article.
Or in this case, the repulsor lift article that I actually created, and then it was in threat of deletion. So it came to a talk page, and me and another guy named Chad from Arkansas, whom I never met in real life, actually. It's very interesting. But we discussed it, and I said we should start a wiki because there's another franchise that did something similar, so let's figure this out. And then he said, so we'd call it Wookieepedia, and I was like, yeah. And
yes,
I initially thought of Wikipedia myself. I thought that would have been cute, but I'm actually glad that we went with Wookieepedia. I think that flows a little bit better.
Yeah, Wookiee's better.
Yeah,
it really is.
But the alternate universe, it could have been Wikipedia.
and it's led you to some pretty cool places. Among them, like Star Wars Celebration. I mean, you would have gone anyway because you're a massive Star Wars fan.
I had never gone before that, though. I never went to anything. I think the first actual convention I went to was Celebration 4 in 2007, and that was in Los Angeles, and that was when we had a table set up, and Mary Franklin from Lucasfilm actually gave us a free table, and we were like so grateful for it, and that just kind of started the ball rolling, really. No pun intended.
Yes! Well done. So should we? You gave me a bunch of photos, and you have other facets to your nerd, your geekdom, which I say with all fondness.
Yeah, these are roughly chronological order.
Yeah, so let's go through these and talk about your different things that you've been interested in. And so here's Anthony Daniels, the man himself, C-3PO.
And that was 2012 C2E2, when it was my first visit to that convention in Chicago. So it stands for Chicago Comic Con and Entertainment Expo. And he had a signing, so I met him at the signing, and then he had this panel afterwards. And we were like so close. It wasn't like the super secure panels you would see at Celebration. It was just like, he's right there. And then somehow I ended up on stage, and I was wearing my Ghostbusters flight suit on the outside. And he's like, well, what's this? And he's like, oh, wait, I can fix this. So then I had my Wookieepedia logo on underneath, and I did the Superman reveal. And basically, there's this giant screen behind me that zoomed in on it, so everybody could see what was on the shirt. And he's like,
oh, that's cool.
he's like, okay, you're an expert. Go ahead and sit down at the table. And he basically collected people for, he had like 3 of us sit up there at the front. And then he left us. He left and he went into the audience, and then the audience was asking us questions as if we were him. So he turned the table on us.
Oh,
he
that's
killed us
great.
a little bit.
All right, should I move through? Let me move through these
but you
pictures
can
because there's a
cycle
bunch of
through
them.
some more of those.
Yeah, here's more. Yes, here he is with. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. Did you, when you were up there with him? Here you are with the gray.
Yeah, he like
Rick Moranis.
Right. Because I have the earmuffs from Ghostbusters 2, and I do the Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
And he wrote my name on that white card there, and then he proceeded to talk to us. Yeah.
Did you save that white card?
It said my name. It just said Steven on it. So, but I still have it. And then as we're kind of rotating through more encounters, after I built my pack, then I was able to see Dan Aykroyd in Chicago. So that's Benny's in Chicago, where he was having a signing of his vodka that he was selling. So
yes, Crystal Head vodka.
Crystal Head, yeah.
Today
he actually would sign the Crystal Heads themselves, and we all got together as a group. So that was just the one of those that I had available, and that was a pretty cool moment, getting that close to somebody on the Ghostbusters spectrum, and that's kind of where both of my fandoms sort of merge. I'm like wearing so many different hats. I literally have so many different hats.
Star Wars, yes. And so you're in the Wisconsin Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I absolutely love your logo.
Right.
In fact,
Wisconsin, calcium proud, right?
Yes, exactly. Do you want to trade patches?
I don't know if I have an extra patch to trade, honestly.
Okay, well, if you have one, let me know. I'll trade you an Atlanta Ghostbusters patch for it.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. Cool.
All right, hold on. Now we have this other. Now you went to Lucasfilm.
Yeah, that's the Letterman Digital Arts Center in the Presidio, San Francisco. And because of my interaction with Wikia, at the time it was called Wikia, now it's Fandom. They invited us out, so we got to kind of take a tour, and I don't know how much more I can say about that.
So I'm gonna say that I looked at this picture and I said to myself, Steve's wearing a cool Star Wars shirt.
Oh, right, this is the Han Shot first shirt, yeah.
and secondly, I said to myself, so's that other guy, and so's that other guy, right?
Yep.
But I was like, I said to myself, what do you wear when you're going to Lucasfilm? Right? Like, is it lame to wear a Star Wars shirt?
No, I mean,
when you go to Lucasfilm, I wouldn't think that. But then the other guys didn't. But what did they do? They cosplayed as George Lucas.
Oh, right. I've seen those at some of the conventions. The George Lucas cosplayers.
They all have plaid shirts and blue hoodies on, which is very Lucas. So I thought that was funny. They were like, "Oh, I'll just wear what we see people wearing there."
Right.
So I just thought that was cute. It was sort of like, because it's, I'm sure when you're going there, you're like, man, it's so exciting. I would be thinking about what I was gonna wear for days.
I brought a lot of shirts. I mean, it was a decision to make. I didn't even know I was going to go there until they told me. But you can see there's some people from Wikia. Some people that still work now for Fandom, including Brandon Rea on the right, and Brian Linder on the left. So and then Treknar is one of the other users that joined me on that trip. So she was right there next to me, and
these guys are cool. Yeah. I mean, let's say the chat. We're getting some laughs in the chat. Georgia Constitution Media thinks this is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was just pilgrimage at that point. It was amazing.
Cosplay Cafe says you're really knowledgeable about Star Wars, and what you've done with Wookieepedia is awesome, and I agree with that sentiment.
I've been told by a person, Rich Hanley said that I've probably forgotten more about Star Wars than most people know, because there's just so much content out there.
There really is. And Benjamin the M&M's General said he had a couple of Star Wars dreams. That first one, Chewbacca, C-3PO, and Luke Skywalker are in it, and then in Princess Leia Skywalker was in the second dream of Star Wars. I don't know how you're getting Star Wars dreams. Benjamin, I'm going to tell you, I had a Star Wars dream, a recurring Star Wars dream, when I was a child, Steven. You want me to tell you about it before we continue? there was a gorilla on Darth Vader's ship. And it was the beginning of Star Wars because it was Star Wars had just come out and I saw it in the movies when I was young, and it was life changing to see a movie like that in the theater, and so basically I was like sleeping and I was in not the Brady Bunch's house but the cousin Oliver's house, and then like this gorilla broke out of a laser cage in Darth Vader. Even Darth Vader couldn't contain him. And then he was trying to get me. And so that was my dream. All right, let's continue on.
I wonder if it was the gorilla from the original Ghostbusters, the animated one.
Yeah, exactly. And so what is this one?
So this is the same trip. So then they said, hey guys, we're going to go to Rancho Obi-Wan, which is Steve Sansweet's collection. So he lives up in Petaluma and has basically a warehouse that just continues literally for infinity until we got to the back here with the giant Darth Vader on the wall. But he's also
Who's Steve?
Steve Sansweet is just one of the biggest fans of Star Wars, and so he was actually like the fan relations guy for Lucasfilm. But he has the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of Star Wars material.
Wow.
And I'm holding the book there that he wrote on different action figures and different collectibles. So
I think I've seen some photos of his collection that were jaw-dropping.
Yeah, that is a very impressive place to be. So I mean, the whole trip as a whole, I mean, I love what they were able to do for us. I'm very appreciative for those opportunities.
Yeah, really nice that they did that for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, and really, I guess it was their way of showing, love back to us for, contributing to this project so passionately for several years at that point.
Speaking of which,
and
who's this dude?
More local people. So John Jackson Miller, who is the author of Kenobi, you can see that's in the background. Also wrote A New Dawn, one of the first books of the new canon that came out, after Disney bought Lucasfilm and reset, that they established what was Legends and what was canon. So New Dawn was a canon novel, but we were there to celebrate the release of that, and also, picked up some of his other books and things like that. So that's where I got that little paperback version of Kenobi there. And
I gotta say, I like your T-shirt with the charging lightsabers.
right. More nerdy T-shirts, right? And then my friend Eduardo, he joined me on the trip and came up from Milwaukee to see him in Appleton. So
does he cosplay as well?
Not so much, but he's definitely with my community. The nerd.
Yeah, he's a super fan, but he's
he's
not a cosplayer.
So we came up together and carpooled, and it was a good trip there. And then now we go into 2015, and this might be familiar to some people who have been there. And this is going to be the same place that's hosting the celebration next week, which unfortunately I cannot go to. But this is inside the celebration stage at Anaheim, at the convention center. And this was the Force Awakens panel. And I took a photo of the crowd behind me. And oh, by the way, on my left was Pablo Hidalgo himself, smiling ear to ear. Just as
is that the second guy in? Is that the second guy in with the lanyards and the hoodie on?
Right. So he's Lucasfilm, and he's like, wait, what's he doing back here with us? And he just got a chair. He just sat down with the rest of us. And I mean, he's a fan just as much as the rest of us are. So even though he was on the story group, it was just so we didn't need an awe sound effect for that one.
No, but I gotta keep engaged somehow, man.
But I mean, it was really great just to see him there with the rest of us.
Yeah.
We all literally felt like kids watching
emotional.
the Force Awakens reveal, the new trailer, seeing BB-8 roll out on the floor for the first time, and I thought, like, no, that's got to be a CGI droid, and it was a real droid just rolling around. I was floored. And
should I show some of the video? Is that a good time to hold on?
Well, that would be from another convention, 2017, but you can go ahead and do that if you want to.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's show just to give you guys a sense of what some of the droid stuff looks like. Mm-hmm. It's remarkable.
Oh yeah. And these are fan-built droids, but they're still very impressive. And,
they're amazing.
A lot of cosplayers, with the 501st
Look at that,
and other groups as well. I love
and
the
it's
sound
like
of
brushed. Yeah, really good.
You really feel immersed when you see this.
Yep, and you can probably see this someplace in your city. You know, even if you're not in Chicago or, you know, Atlanta where I am. There's something probably near you. Should I go through these other two?
Yeah. This was
Yes,
more
let's
stuff from
go.
like 2017. I love that we have a gourmand.
Yes.
The holiday special. I mean,
Okay, that's from the holiday.
maybe you
special.
don't appreciate it, but I love those comedians' characters. Actually, they're so creative.
Yeah, they're funny.
Yeah.
And then speaking of creative costumes, Max Rebo.
Right. There's a Max Rebo.
And it's a nice, you know,
You can hear it too.
the person did a good job making the costume.
Yeah, and that's just what I appreciate. I love the creativity that goes into all these costumes, and they don't even have to be a part of an organization. They're just doing it because they love it.
Right. It doesn't have to be perfect screen quality, but
Yeah,
it was
no.
just a really great presentation
Yeah.
of Max Rebo that's funny and fun and really hits the spot when you're walking around.
I know. I even saw a 3PO walking on the floor. It was a longer video, so I didn't share it. But I mean, it almost looked like it pulled straight off the screen, and it's just amazing
Yeah.
quality, detail, a lot of attention put to those kinds of costumes. I love going to conventions just to see that stuff too, and it further
All right,
inspires
let's see
me.
Here. All right, we are back at this one.
Yeah, and then right there is John, also known as Jay Sarek. So he was one of the first people on the wiki as far back as 2005. He was actually a member of the Force.net, and he did bring a couple of people over to help. So I would say he's just as important in the founding of that wiki as, you know, you might say I was or somebody else.
Cool.
Yeah, I want to give credit where credit's due. Other people like Mike Delaney, and then right next to him is Leyland Chi, the keeper of the holocron. So another Lucas.
Oh yeah,
employee
does
right
he?
there.
The keeper of the holocron.
Yeah, and that was when we were celebrating our 10th anniversary at Celebration Anaheim, so back in 2015.
Oh, that's cool.
And they
So
had
did they invite you to it, and you had like a special treatment, like VIP treatment?
Might
little
have a
bit.
special badge there. I'm not really sure. But I went on my own accord. I paid for my own
Right.
tickets initially, and so I was gonna go. And I deliberately went out to Anaheim that year, which I thought was a great con and a great location right across from Disneyland. Yeah, I mean, we all had a table set up, and then Wikia had a birthday cake. And then I was running I was running into more people that I knew. So I actually met Abel G. Pena back in 2007. So he was a author, and he was writing stuff, and he knew of Wookieepedia, and so all these artists and authors,
Oh
like
wow! So they must.
they tell
yeah,
us that they research on our wiki. They will go to Wookieepedia to help them further the works that they're doing.
That's so cool, man, and it's also a visual reference as well for them to see how other people have drawn.
Oh yeah,
you know,
Joe Caroni
Jar
is
Jar.
like one of our biggest fans. Like he was featured. You know, we would feature his art, his images for fair use. But you know, it was almost like free advertising, really, and so people can see, you know, what other artists are putting out there as we're describing these articles, and it kind of goes both ways. It's this mutual relationship or symbiotic relationship that we have going on with the community, and it
It's
really
very
is
cool,
something nice.
man. All right, before we go into the Ghostbusters pictures, let's look at the chat. We're getting some great. Meg says Pablo, heart. Yes, Benjamin, I did know that the voice of Joker in Batman the Animated Series is Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. Yes, that is a fantastic fun fact. That's a level 1 fun fact, but it's an amazing fact because
It's still a fun
if you
fact.
if you didn't know it, because it is because Mark Hamill is freaking awesome.
He's a very versatile person.
Okay, let's go, but let's not make this into a Mark Hamill love fest.
He did not typecast himself with that, at least. So,
Your Ghostbusters cosplay looks fantastic, Steven.
yeah, there's like one missing button on the thrower because you know, you have accidents, things get knocked off, but my friend Matt had taken some photos of us in front of Discovery World in Milwaukee. We had an event called Sci-Fi Day, so I did definitely want to showcase, some of those images because they are really good images of us.
He did a great job. Yeah, they look really cool like that. Yeah, Matt did a good job, sort of, and that's great. You're an actor, man. Isn't that funny, guys? It's like very yes, have some, but
yes, have some.
Maybe something from the comic book or something.
Yeah.
Because it's not in the movies. It's cool.
And so I do kind of float back and forth between the Star Wars and the Ghostbusters and other fandoms. But here's
That's
some
a
of my
great photo,
members, and also I should throw a shout out to Bob Anderson from the Windy City Ghostbusters. He came up to Milwaukee to hang with us, so he's in this photo here right
Windy
next to
City
me there.
Ghostbusters and the Milk Ghostbusters, the Wisconsin Ghostbusters.
Right.
You're gonna get me one of those milk patches because I love your logo.
We're the Milky City now.
This is great too. Yes, have some.
Yeah,
like
I
the
just
podcast.
love Lewis Tully as a character. I just
very
love
nice.
cosplaying that. I had an actual slice of pizza that I walked around an entire day at Dragon Con with.
Oh my God,
And then I
that's
finally ate it at that party there at the end at Mellow Mushroom.
Oh, that's funny.
I think I got
Oh
some
my
coffee
gosh.
on me too, because I was like walking around just spilling it on myself. It
That's
adds to the
great,
character.
though.
Yeah.
You did a good job, man.
But I love feeling like, I don't have to be in that drab everyday world. There's the work week, but then there's the weekend, and I just love exploring the possibilities, for cosplay and other kinds of fandom.
Absolutely, and you do a good job cosplaying. You're not just costuming. You're acting in the
Right.
for the cameras,
You're the
and
character.
it's good. You do a good job. Yeah. Great
2017.
park.
Yeah. He was actually a really great guy. So you can see there, I gave him the article to his character, Darth Maul. I printed it off and I put it in a little binder,
Nice.
and I was like, hey bud, hey, I got this thing for you, and I signed it, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna read this all day, this is great. And you can see that he's even wearing a 501st Legion shirt, and eventually the next
Nice.
year I joined the 501st Legion, so now I'm a Tusken Raider with the 501st Legion.
That's cool.
We're members of the same organization.
How long is the article? Is it like a lot of pages?
Oh, that was like 20 pages, I think, front to back. Yeah, front and back. It was.
Oh, that's really cool, man. That's awesome. That's great.
And it's probably
fun.
outdated already.
But a great story. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot that's been added to it.
Right, and just more things in my costume. I like wearing a lot of bling, a lot of swag on my flight suit there.
It looks good. I like you. You have an awesome style. This is sort of like sort of emblematic of what you see in a lot of the fandoms of Ghostbusters groups. People will sport their flair. They'll have like a lot of different pins from different events and other Ghostbusters groups.
Yeah.
And Ecto Cooler.
Yeah. Although I
An
don't have any of
Ecto-Cooler
that hanging
themed.
around in a can waiting to be drunk yet, I usually get that out of the way so it's still fresh.
What? Why are you meowing at me? I have a cat meowing at me. All right, hold on a second here. All right, wait a second. I have to let the cat out. Can you entertain the crowd for a second, Steve?
I can entertain, yeah.
All right, hold on a second, guys. I gotta dip out for 1 second and let the cat out, because I don't want him to poop on the floor.
You let the cat out of the bag.
All right, tell them, Steve, a good story.
Well, when I was 900 years old when you reached, look at you now. And other various nuances and references.
All right, I'm coming back.
He has no idea what I'm doing.
He doesn't deserve
He has
me,
no
Steve.
idea.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's see here. We're back at these photos. Let's see here. Sci-Fi Day. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh my. That. is
when
the
you're a
best.
Star Wars fan, there's the sort of ubiquitous. You have to have a picture of you. And that's after I got the Tusken completed. And they said, hey, we'll let your Tusken on stage perform during Saga Begins. It's like, this is great. So we had 2 Tuskens, each flanking the outside, and a whole bunch of stormtroopers in the middle. And we were on stage. And so that's in the back room, the green room, where we were all stationed and setting up. And here's the rest of my members of the Blood Moon Squadron. Maybe, actually, it might be a little bit of Devastator Squad. There's some of pretty much all the squads of our Wisconsin garrison. So we all
That's
came to
fantastic.
Madison to this show. There was also a show in Milwaukee as well, but I was scheduled to do the Madison one, and you can see we even
What
brought
was
our
it
art
like?
too.
What was it like to meet Weird Al?
It's not the first time I met Weird Al, actually. I've actually met him
And
like
did he?
2 or 3 times before.
Oh my gosh! Wow, really?
So he played in Milwaukee. He came down to Shank Hall, and I saw him there just hanging out in the crowd because he was celebrating with his other band members who were playing a show. He had a book signing a couple of years before that. It was like right after my tooth was pulled, so I had a wisdom tooth ripped out, and then my mouth was swollen, and so I had like the weirdest smile at that time.
Wow, that's a great story. Do you have a picture of that smile?
Oh, I wasn't flattered by that picture as much, so I didn't share it. But I'm sure my close friends will know the photo.
All right, you're an AFOL, and right? Is that what it's called? An
AFOL,
AFOL?
yeah.
An adult fan of Lego.
Yep.
And you created. And by the way, I'm gonna put a link to my Lego video in the description.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have a Lego channel?
I do not have any kind of YouTube channel, or I have a Facebook page that's like antiquated for Lego stuff, but I haven't updated it. I just pretty much post through my profile on Facebook directly. And if anybody else would find it, then they reshare it.
If you know what proton packs look like, this is incredibly detailed and accurate.
Yeah, there's the other one behind it for reference.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, the ribbon cable is and the tubes,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, just the texture. Also, the kind of beaten texture with the Lego is great, and the clippered valve here, that little valve. I
Mhm.
mean, all of it. It's amazing. And also, I'll say, I love how you did this to make it look like there's like one of them's lit up.
Yeah, that was a
clever.
recent addition. I decided to do some white tile underneath it to make the one look more lit up because it wasn't really
Oh, 'cause
lighting
they're
up.
clear on black.
The other ones are on a black background, so they're obviously darker.
Well done. Good
Mhm.
job.
I
And,
think it's
yeah.
I'm gonna go
And,
with you. I'll wear my other hat.
Yes. Yeah, and this here's some more details. So that's just fantastic, man.
Yep,
And
yeah.
great video. Go ahead. You want to wrap it up with a statement about how fantastic it is to be here?
And I was going to say that
I
will
love
also
your
be
experiences.
that'll also be on display at Brick World Chicago as well. So I have already signed up to be presenting at that convention in June. So if
That's
anybody
cool.
down there wants to see it up close, they can certainly come out and check it out.
Have you done any other pieces like trap or anything like that?
I know other people have done like the trap, like Boone and the guy in Australia, did work on some other props
Right.
and everything. But as far as I'm aware, I'm the only one that pulled off the pack itself. But it did take a good decade to actually complete. It wasn't like an overnight build. It was literally something I started like when I got my other pack.
That's very cool.
So it finally is something I can be proud of and display. And I want people to see it. And they want to build their own.
Dude, it's really cool. Yeah, I actually went to a Lego con this year, not long ago,
Mhm.
and did a video about it.
Okay.
And Southern Vader was there.
Oh yeah.
He's a 501st member.
Mhm.
He looked incredible.
Mhm.
But yeah, there was no proton pack. There were Ghostbusters there, but no proton pack. All right, now let's go down to the planet's surface, Steven, and do some memes. Are you guys into it? Let's go down. Shall we? We can either do one of two things. We can beam down, or we can take escape pods. All right, hold on. Let's go down. Hey, there we are.
There we go. I need to straighten myself out here.
All right,
Okay.
great. And look at how
There we go.
nice the chat looks here. Let me make you guys look good. Let me talk to the chat for a second.
Mhm.
Benjamin M&M says Mark Hamill did Moth and SpongeBob on the episode Nightlight. Hey, good one. Legos, yes. Legos. Lego is the technically correct term for multiple Legos, but I say Legos, Georgia Constitution.
I will
Radio.
say Legos too. I'm guilty of it.
Exactly. And Megan, yes, thank you for the 3 peace signs, Megan. Three hearts from before. We got 4 laughs from, now that we're on a ding screen, I'm going to give you guys dings. Benjamin gave 4 laughs earlier. Meg gave 3. Lisbon did 3. All right, and that's as far back as I'm going to go. All right, now we're going to do Star Wars memes.
All right.
And
awesome.
Brace yourself, Star Wars meme are coming. Hold on,
So
chat.
dumb.
I know, isn't that dumb? Hold on, chat. I'm putting you guys behind the Star Wars memes, chat. No offense.
Just one meme. Just one.
Just one meme. I know. I thought that was funny. All right, hold on a second. But I used it anyway because that's just so emblematic of what memes are like. Somebody did it like in 2 seconds and they don't care. This one is good. When you forgot to check the weather forecast before you leave the house.
Oh, like poor Colorado right now?
Yeah, I mean, that's so funny because that was such that planet was too rainy. It really was too rainy. Okay, so that we both gave it. We both gave that one force. It's force or farce, guys. I forgot to say. It's force or farce on these memes.
My fault. I came up with that, right?
That's good. This is force for me.
That's a force. I would give that a force.
Okay, force or farce, and tell us force or farce in the comments. It's the say Kylo Ren one, force or farce. Here's the second one. When an old homie gets re-added to the group chat, but you low-key know they murdered a temple full of younglings. He's like, what the heck? Why'd you add him back to the chat?
It's like, why'd you let him back in?
I'm giving that one a force.
It's kind of a groany force. It's anything involving younglings, sort of groany.
Really? Do you want to say farce on a youngling one?
Oh no, I think it's good. It's just dark.
Okay, yes, it's force.
It's the dark side.
Angsty Ren says Meg. I think yes, I think that means that it's a ding. Force. Thank you, Meg. All right. So yeah, say on the old homie one, force or farce. We both thought it was a force.
We're gonna say
okay.
Force,
In the comments, I'm learning that the chat is a couple of minutes, like seconds behind us. So they.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna move myself above.
Yeah, I can see it too. I'm following along. So.
Okay, cool.
You still have the screen technically open, and you may have to.
Exactly. Hold on a second. All right, we just did that one. All right, cool. All right, this one's good. Okay, we start with we start with this. Young I was. Needed the money.
No. I don't want to laugh at this one.
That's a force for me. Force or farce? That's pretty. Force. We got force for Georgia Constitution Media. Force for Mag. What do you guys think on this one?
That's something.
That's
it's
pretty
just
good.
Something.
Are you saying that's bad? Are you saying farce?
I've seen it before. I just.
You knew where we were going with it.
Oh yeah, I knew it was happening as soon as it showed up. Yep.
All right, I'm giving it a force from you because you're laughing. Lisbon's. We're getting a bunch of forces. Meg is screaming, so I think that's a force. All right, let's move on. That's a name I haven't heard since I threw your dad into a volcano and cut off his legs. Force.
I mean,
force.
What do you think it is?
That's a force for me. And
Everything changes. Episode 4 now, considering what happened in episode 3. Like, nothing can be looked at the same way.
I know.
Because
it's so funny.
of the previous film, the prequel. That's great.
It is so good. It really is. Because it's like there's so many things in the first film that you're like, okay.
Questionable.
Because they didn't
you
even
knew my
know.
Father? Yes, I knew him and I threw him into lava.
Okay, we're getting dings from. We got a ding from Meg says it's an emerald. Benjamin the M&M General got a ding.
Oh, the comments.
Sick burn. Yes, Meg. Thank you.
Oh, burn.
Sick burn.
Burns.
Good one. Sick burn. Okay. This is another one.
Oh,
Handed the most dangerous weapon in the galaxy, immediately point at face. That's a classic thing.
That is straight up Luke. That is just dumb Luke meme right there.
It's so funny because it's like, You think that when they made the film, they really didn't. They obviously had no concept of how massive it would become,
Or
and
how
that
hot it would be.
or yeah, exactly, or that how that people would inspect every freaking frame of it.
Yeah, that's a background frame. That's not even something that's like in the foreground. I think it's just because Obi-Wan's like talking at that time while he's inspecting that lightsaber. And I think you're like focusing on Obi-Wan because he's like reminiscing about the past and thinking about all the horrible things that happened. But there's Luke in the back, just staring down the barrel. Great job, Luke.
I love your
end credits.
uniform, man.
End credits.
I like your uniform, Steve. Your spacesuit is great.
Oh, you like my bling?
It's good. Hide and seek champion, 1983 to 2015. I give that's a force for me, and I think you're laughing. So that's
I call that a force. Yeah, we're using real years.
True, Megumi.
For ABY to 31, 35 ABY. Yeah.
Nice, good job.
Although,
that's the actual. Those are the in-universe years.
Although I could spoil because
are those
of
the in-universe?
but I won't.
Are those the in-universe dates?
Yeah. 4
He
years.
was the hide and seek champion.
Yeah, 4 years after Bal Yavin, 35 years after Bal Yavin would be Force Awakens, and then you're getting into 36. Useless Rambian
we're getting
trivia knowledge. Yeah.
Yes, Meg is dinging us. Lisbon is yes. Ben has a minifigure of that Luke. Yep. Boom. Properly heart eyes on Yoda's eyes. Okay. All right. Hold on a second here.
Do it.
I love this one.
Do it.
Do it. Do the do.
Give in your hate.
And the delicious taste of Mountain Dew.
Give in.
Give in to the advertising placement of Mountain Dew in this scene.
Merchandising.
Literally, in 15 years, this is going to be a scene, and they'll just have put it in there. You know? And Disney will be like, what? Mountain Dew was always in it. That's what that scene's about, Mountain Dew. All right. The vintage can, says Lisbon. That's a ding. 85.
They don't make the cans like that anymore, do they?
35 ABY, yep. No, they don't. It's a shame, really. When your home planet exploded a few hours ago, but the guy you met is feeling sad about his martial arts mentor.
Sorry, your problems are not as bad as mine.
Oh my gosh.
Lost your whole planet, and
I know.
Yeah, sorry.
That's so funny.
Of course.
And it was still romantic too.
Yeah, that's before they knew they were brother sister. So it's just maybe subconsciously she was just trying to console him as her, twin brother. Didn't know it.
Seems like they're
Oh,
there.
spoiler alert.
I made a video about Alderaan. Did you know that? It blew up. It blew up.
It really blew up on YouTube.
It really blew up. Yeah, okay, hold on a second.
Are you looking in love in all the wrong places?
But you're still coming to work, right?
Employers
Okay,
be like, you can still coming to work. That's a ding dong right there. That's a ding dong.
Yeah, that's the dings for us.
Yeah.
You guys, please tell us if this still coming to work one is a ding. I think it's actually worth hitting like the long applause button for it because
that is a slow clap. That is a slow clap.
It's still coming to work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's keep moving on
Wait,
because
how did my
this
arms
is just-
come through my sleeves? How did that even work? Oh my god.
Don't even ask, man. It's through the magic of the internet. All right, hold on a second here. You can be cool, but you'll never be epic song starts playing every time you enter the room. Cool, which is good. I mean, I guess it's a ding. I would say this is the closest to a non-ding.
This is like it's just right. It's not like it's funny so much as it's accurate, right?
It's just accurate, and it's also kind of similar to a lot of other memes,
Yeah.
which makes you go, it didn't really blow my mind. So
But I'm not going to call it a farce.
I'm not, no, because it's true.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get force choked either.
Right. And
So
we
I'm
have
not gonna-
walked in with our Darth Vader, and people will play the Imperial March, so it is pretty epic. Yeah.
All right, hold on a second here. Looking for
Oh,
love in all the wrong places.
I already made this joke.
Good. So
I didn't even see this meme yet.
I'll say it's a thing. It's a classic.
It's a classic one.
If you Google anything like that, you'll see a few people came up with this idea. I'm not saying it's not funny.
Yeah, but I mean, it is all the wrong places just because, you know, she should not be looking for love right there. Is the last place she needs to be looking for that.
Yeah, we got a ding from Georgia Constitution Media on the work one. Meg thought that was also Dark Heart.
You know,
I
they're
like your style,
great
Meg.
memes. They're maybe just not all forces, but they're all definitely great.
Yeah, they are great.
Yeah.
Speaking truth to power, the me with the joke one, right? Lisbon with the work one. I get you. Benjamin, dang, 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 dang. Truth,
Dang,
yes.
dang,
Force,
dang,
force. From Lisbon and Benjamin and Meg, 3 bings. Okay, let's move on. Sorry, guys. I just had to register everybody's dings. All right, let's look at this one here. Closer up here. I may be the Dark Lord of the Sith responsible for the genocide of entire systems, but I never made out with my sister.
Thinking in his voice, having that conversation with his son.
I know, exactly. In fact, I wanna pay James Earl Jones to say that. We should come up with some things.
I may be the Dark Lord of the Sith, responsible for the genocide of entire systems, but I never made out with my sister.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a definite force for me.
It's a force.
It's dark.
It's
the
funny.
darker ones are actually funnier because it is. Yeah, I mean, how can you not? It's kind of amusing how dark some of the underlying implications of things that happen are.
Just because one film changes everything we knew when episode 6 came out. Yeah. It's funny how canon will continue to rewrite itself.
It really will.
Oh no.
This is a classic. Yeah, why did the movies come out? 5, blah, blah, blah.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. In charge of
charge
specialing I was.
I mean, it's still it's an oldie but goodie. I'll give it a ding because it's a dad joke game show.
I was about to clear that meme, but it still checks out.
Do you give that one a ding?
I'll give that a ding. Yeah.
You'll give it a force. Yeah,
we'll blame it on Yoda. We'll say that the order doesn't make sense.
Okay, yeah. Let me know if the Yoda order one is a ding, and also the last one, whatever it was.
The Darth Vader one.
The Darth Vader one.
Oh,
yes,
no.
The Darth Vader one. Hold on a second.
You might be covering this one up here. Yeah.
I want my own spin-off. Your own spin-off, Anakin. The entire saga's your spin-off. It's kind of funny because of his petulant look. You know.
My new empire. Your new empire. Your own spin-off.
Oh, okay. See, you know the dialogue it references more than I do.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse to know as much information as I do.
Because you can't stop. All right, what do you know? Knowing the context, the entire what do you think? It's pretty fun.
Right.
It's pretty funny.
Because in the actual film, he's like, I'm for democracy or something. It's
right. This is when they're having the argument about basically which way he's gonna turn.
Right. It's like if you're my enemy, if you're against me, then you're my enemy. So they're having that whole conversation.
It's right behind that whole legs thing.
Yeah. But that's good placement. That's good usage of that scene for that.
It is. I'm giving it a ding.
Yeah, I'll give that a ding. Yeah.
It took me a minute to. I saw this, but not in a long time. I'm a fan, but I'm not as huge super fan. But I've seen every single one.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the TV shows, but most of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on. Luke, why you no join me?
What is that?
It's just like the classic me. It's like a classic.
Oh, is it a rage comic?
It's a rage comic.
It's a rage comic. Yeah.
They tried to make it look like Darth Vader's face.
It's the why
Why exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to see it in there.
Yeah, there's so much pixelation happening here.
Exactly.
Ken
There's too
Jeong
much
meme.
pixelation. So maybe it's a farce because of pixelation.
Oh yeah, you know, we may have to farce this one. Because if I have to respond with another meme, like the Ken Jeong, you know, reading the tiny little piece of paper meme to this meme, then
yeah, exactly. So I
oh
think that we
gosh,
should
yeah,
we'll call that one a farce.
this
just 'cause we
one,
can't read
needs
it.
like work. It could be better, but I think
It
it's
really-
also because of how old it is. That's probably why it's so pixelated, and it gets reshared
Yeah.
multiple times, so it loses that original.
It's a
listen.
classic thing.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know if you made this, but you posted it.
Oh, I posted it. I didn't make it, but it's a
Hold
great
on, let
one.
me move myself out of the way.
I was trying to
Um,
remind people of the 8th in the town.
Yeah, it's cool because of all of the different ones.
And I support, for the record, Revenge of the 6th, because Cinco de Mayo should really have its own day. Now, a lot of people are
Right.
Revenge of the 5th, and I'm just like, I like Revenge of the 6th. That's personally me.
Yeah, because 6th actually sounds more like Sith to me.
Well, right. I mean, there's 5th or 6th. So, you know, pick and choose. But I'll accept, you know, there's always a bigger 5th for a replacement for that day.
But yeah, I know Cinco de Mayo deserves its own day.
Yeah, right. Let's not take that away, at least.
Here's a good one. We only got a couple left here, so
Oh,
stick
yeah.
with us. If you could just surrender to the 4, yeah, that'd be great.
If it's Office Space meme, right?
Yeah,
I think that's hilarious.
Ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gives me that's a total ding for
Mhm.
me. It's a total force.
What is on the coffee cup? Is it
It's,
just the one from Office Space?
I think it's just I think it is. It's like Unitech or something. the
Okay.
Company.
Is it if they had
Um,
changed the coffee cup to some universe company like, you know, CEC, Quad Drive Yards? That would have been like the icing on the cake for me.
That would have, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or even just, I mean, I'd assume that this would be like construction of the Death Star sort of thing, or I don't know if he's
Right.
because it's like, so would they have been working on the Death Star? Those companies?
KDY was the supplier for a lot of the Imperial stuff. So Quad Drive Yards was certainly involved in that. Corellian, the Corellian ship. So a lot of the Star Destroyers are also produced by the Corellian Engineering Corporation. in
So
Corellia.
this is probably, yeah. Are you familiar with Chad Vader?
Oh, Chad Vader. I love Chad Vader.
Do you know that guy, Chad Vader?
I don't know him, but I mean, I love the videos that they
I
did.
love
And they
him.
filmed them in Madison, Wisconsin at the Willie Street Co-op.
Oh, that's cool. I need to
Mhm.
And here's the final one. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be ever in your favor. Okay. In any case,
People just don't like it because they're offended
Yeah,
by it.
exactly. But all right. So in any case, those are all the memes.
That's me crossing boundaries here. Crossing the street.
How? Oh no! All right. Well, this is where we say thank you, Steve. Man, I love you.
yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show, brother. It's
Hey.
been fantastic.
Thanks for inviting me very much, Ball.
No problem. Georgia Constitution Media is giving a ding to the office. Brittany Diamond, Queen of Pink. Hi, what's up? I love you, babe. Thanks for being here, She's a chipmunk. We got a force from Lisbon. Meg is okay. Cool. Yeah, we're getting some forces. Meg, love you, babe. Thanks for coming out. Lisbon, you're fantastic. I love you. Benjamin, the M&M. I love you, brother. Brittany Diamond, love you. Let's see. I tell everyone I love them at the end of the show. Georgia Constitutional Media, I love you, man. And that's most of my commenting people, but I'm going to tell people who are watching on the replay, I love you and you're a great person. You're worth it. You're worth it, guys. All right, Steve. Let's tell everybody have a great weekend.
All right. Thanks for showing up, guys. Have a great night, and see you later.
And may the force be with you.
May the force be with you all.
And a 1 and a 2.
1, 2, 3. Tennis ball, tennis ball. The world outside is making me so sad. But when I watch your show, it seems the world is just a joke. And things don't seem so bad. Your multi-personality is worth more than your pedigree. You're rolling with the punches like a champ. With all your skill, you're sure when you like the room when you walk in.
That's just a lamp.
Tennis ball,
Kingdom Ramblers, Bambi, Ricky, Jack.